What's up, game devs? Let's say you're working at your dream game, implementing a cool feature, when suddenly something goes wrong. The player is not moving as expected, the console is flooded of errors, or even worse, the game crashes for apparently no reason. You have to do something now. Before going full panic, let me share with you some practical steps that will guide you through the resolution of your bug. I will follow up with 2 other videos on this topic, specifically for mobile debug and logging. Links will be in the description. In case you're wondering, the term bug in programming comes from 1947, when literally a bug has been found inside the hardware of a computer, and that was the cause of some unexpected behavior on the system. Luckily in our games, we shouldn't be facing this specific issue. But the real question is, how can we fix a bug that is slowing us down? 3 of the most common ways are playing around, writing logs in the console, and using the debugger. If, for example, by playing, you notice your player does not properly interact with the screen boundaries, and your code is well organized, you probably don't even need any extra step. You already know that most likely the issue is in the script that handles the player movement. You can have a look there and take action. Another option is to add logs in your code before or after a given line. For example, to read the value of a variable or just confirm that a given method has been called. To properly visualize the output, you can use Unity's debug class. The most common way is with debug.log that just writes a string in the editor console, but you can also use debug.logWarning or debug.logError to quickly have colors and get the most out of the 3 filter buttons on the right hand side of the console. You can format the string in any way you like and print text and values. Make sure to not add too many logs or remove them as the bug is fixed, otherwise you'll get to the point where you have so many logs in your console that finding the ones you need might be a challenge. If you like logging, a trick is to make use of prefixes before your actual string. This way you can just write the prefix in the console filter and quickly filter out all the logs you don't need without removing them from the code. I'm not going too long on debug.log as I will make an entirely dedicated video as there's a lot to say. When available, you'll find the link floating on top of the right corner on the screen right now. Go check it out! The debugger is a powerful tool that most of the software you might use to write code already offers, for example Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code with a plugin. You can use it like Doctor Strange, and it allows you to freeze the time so that you can execute the code line by line and read the values at each step. A common case where the debugger helps you a lot is in debugging loops where you have some exit conditions or chains of nested if statements where it might not be that easy to guess where the code goes from a given input. For example, in my random loot table script I wrote for another video, I had a bug on the item generation because the exit condition in the if statement was just wrong. With the help of the debugger, I analyzed each cycle step and found out in a couple minutes where the issue was. Now that you identified your bug and know where the code breaks, you can proceed and fix it. If you can't come up with a solution off the top of your head, don't forget that Google is your best friend and you can find for documentation, guides, tutorials on the specific subject. You should also consider joining some communities like Discord servers and Facebook groups so that you can ask your question to someone that can already know the answer or at least give you some more guidance. Last but not least, feel free to subscribe to this channel to get notified when a new video is online. It might be the tutorial you were looking for. As you may have noticed, bugs are sometimes terrible and can make us spend a lot of time fixing them. Regardless of that, we should always stay focused on our goals, analyze the situation, and we'll eventually find a valid solution. Keep in mind that making a game or a software in general with 0 bugs isn't really possible, especially if your project has a decent size or you're just new to programming. This also applies for AAA companies where games can sometimes be buggy, and same does for our initial small projects. Just enjoy the journey, write your code, fix your bugs, and have fun! That was all for today. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more game dev tutorials, and see you soon!